family, it's just gotten bigger. Every student that's, come through our doors has just added another child to the family.
We had a big enough place, and it was getting lonely, and we just like having the kids in the house. It's nice.
Well, we decided to host because we thought it'd be good for our kids in a selfish way, but we also wanted to really help the idea of the exchange program. And if you don't have host families, you don't get the benefit for the wonderful kids overseas.
It's exciting to be able to experience the country without actually having to be in the country.
I had a friend who hosted an exchange student, and she had a lot of fun, and it was a great cultural experience.
I was at a point in my life where I was doing things on my own, so it's kind of gotten me out of my comfort zone and to go out and explore and do different things. That's been cool.
I decided to host two because, I work till late, and it gives them somebody to hang out with, and we all ride horses, so it worked out perfect.
Obviously I have to have two since I'm by myself, but it's always better. They entertain themselves, they can hang out, and I can still do my thing.
Leah from Germany, Maya from Finland, Frauke from Germany.
We've had 25 different kids in the house.
Wow.
All girls.
All girls.
All girls. We raised boys, so we decided we would go with girls.
Headed down south to the land of the pines. I'm thumbing my way into North Carolina, staring up the road and pray to God I see.
We have two boys, a husband, a dog that is a boy, a fish that is a boy, and I wanted to have a girl in the family.
I was really happy to have a girl for once in this family.
Our criteria was pretty much a girl who rode horses.
We love to dance, me and Phil, that has been my passion. And we wanted to have somebody who have at least share the passion with us. So we were thinking, okay, this girl can dance, so we can bring her to salsa class or something.
Hey, Mama, rock me.
I researched essentially the internet, and ASSE was just the easiest to access, and so I had a good interaction with our coordinator. I think I spent maybe 2 hours on the phone with him discussing the pros and cons, how to effectively select a student, what might be the potential problems, because there is a concern making sure you have a good match of someone that would fit in the family. So ASSE it was.
I have never been afraid of hosting these students. I look at it as a great privilege and a huge honor to be able to have the students in our home.
Hey, Mama, rock me.
20 minutes to half an hour, and we felt comfortable right away with her.
I think it's ordinary.
Yeah.
I mean, we like it, right? Claudia and I work, the girls go to school, we go to track meets, we try to travel together, we try to take them places, and other times we're tired and don't want to do anything. I think that's pretty normal.
Pretty much everything, there she is. Beach, day trips, longer trips, week-long trips, all those sorts of things. And plus, we're a Jewish family, and she's been to the temple with us for services.
I gotta do things, as a mom with a daughter. Like we go shopping, doing our nails, doing our hair.
They play ping pong together, they play Scrabble together, they play memory game together.
I'd go.
Yeah, we're gonna go in circle like that.
To teach me how to make lasagna bolognese?
Yeah.
You want to correct my pronunciation?
No.
Both the girls are very accomplished riders. At home they do jumping and eventing and different things that are, pretty good. We also took the girls on a trip to Chicago, so that was a great experience for them to see a big city, because we kind of live out in the country here.
Chicago was really impressive, and also one of our first rides was like a lot of horses all around, so it was really impressive.
Christmas we stayed here. We went down to Riverside, the Mission Inn. We just kind of did things here as a family.
No, not very fun.
Oh, that's right.
My best moment with the girls is just seeing America through their eyes. I think you get so used to just everything you see, and you just take so much for granted. When you take somebody to a grocery store that's never seen anything like that, it's amazing, and the look on their face.
I also like when we take our trips together. I think those are fun because we sit in a car, we get close, they watch movies. It's fun.
The best moments are we're living every day and we're comfortable, and they're doing kind of things that they want with their friends, and we're not trying to do anything.
My favorite day-to-day moment is dinner time. And we usually end up talking for a while after we eat. That's our biggest learning time.
My favorite moment, we're at Catalina, and we decided to go for a hike. And there's like 50 buffalo, wild buffalo, all over this area. Saunters over straight to him, just sniffs all over. His nose is like that big. He's like, sniffs all over and he just goes, and licks right up his whole arm, and he just sat there like dead still, and then it just goes walking off. We're like, that was so cool! This guy can take serious abuse, and he smiles and he laughs, and we have a great time, and he's ready to go out and try something else.
He had a really great attitude. He was very positive.
So yeah, he's easy.
People love her, she loves people. She's just a ray of sunshine.
Tanya's best quality is that she is always kind no matter what. She'll never get angry about anything.
These two are not compatible. They like each other, but it's more like real brothers.
Amalia's greatest quality, I think, is a great sense of who she is, and I just think these kids that come here are so courageous.
These are great girls. I wouldn't trade them for anything, and I'd take either one as a real daughter without hesitation.
They are teenagers in every sense of the word. Not coming home on time, you're not giving me the entire story, but, you know, it's honest. It's really honest. I'm really honest with them. They're really honest with me most of the time.
I couldn't find a flaw in either one of them.
Yeah.
Truthfully, they argue constantly. You argue to be right. And if someone agrees with you, then you're good.
Because I discuss with my dad like I discuss to you, and he's not agree with me.
Times I stopped, you wouldn't let me stop. You're at an age where someone has told you one or two things in a history class, and you think that's it. The more kind of arguing and the more kind of, I don't know, you get closer.
She doesn't tend to emote excessively, but with her, what I found was the little things that she enjoys, that she'll squeal over.
Every single day, Smokey is home, and whenever she's home with him, she has like the biggest smile on her face. It makes me happy.
Is it difficult to host? No, it's not. You have to know going into it that you're adding people to your home, you're going to be buying more groceries, you know, there's obviously stuff you're going to have to do. So as long as you're mentally prepared for that, you know, we sat down right when they got here and said, these are the rules, this is what's expected of you, and everybody figured it out, and so no, it's not difficult.
The most difficult thing is to make sure to have enough food for the students, because they seem to be able to eat endlessly, which is okay.
I think I struggled more with our own children because you have to start them from scratch. Where the kids who come here, they know their responsibility is.
In terms of, I think, concerns, making sure that things go well for her and making sure she's safe, there's no difference.
There is a higher level of concern. We feel more responsible if something were to happen to Julia here with us.
We learn about our own area because you got to find stuff to do. And you start scrounging around, you find out, oh my God, there's caves we can hike to that are just a couple miles from here. We didn't even know they existed.
I wouldn't say it changed my life. What I would say is it added to my life. And I think any family that does this will benefit.
It's life-changing. Travel is life-changing, and bringing people here.
It's happy, it's frustrating, it's a lot of emotional experience, this whole exchange student process.
It's been an awesome experience, it really has been.
We've learned so much about European culture and the differences between the US and over in Europe. And I think the biggest lesson we learned is that neither one is right or wrong, they're just very different. And I think for a lot of people it's hard to accept things that are different, but we've learned.
And we've learned The same things can make people happy and sad. The same things can be hard. I think if anything, you realize that people all over the world, wherever they're from, you know, they all want good friends, they all want good family, they all want good times.
Americans, just like Germans, like Danes, like the Finns, like Swedes, I think we're all pretty much the same, and the differences are pretty minor.
Most people are the same all over the world. They're just families who want to do well and succeed and, you know, be happy and have fun.
What would I say to somebody who is afraid to host? If you start thinking about, do I have enough money or do I have enough rooms, you can find a way to convince yourself not to do it. If you just have the interest and the desire to do it, that's all you need. You know, once they show up at the door, you find a way to figure it out and you go from there.
I would say go for it. Stay in touch with your area representative. They're very helpful.
I think it's definitely worth it to try it. Decide if you like it for yourself, not based on other people's experiences.
There's absolutely nothing to fear about bringing people into your life, good people into your life.
Absolutely, you have to do it to experience it.
I'll light the fire.
You know,
Our home is a very, very, very fine home.
with 2 cats in the yard,
2 dogs in the
2
yard.
dogs.
life used to be
So hard. Now everything is easy because of you and our Julia.
My house is a very, very, very fine house.
With 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy because of you. It's a very, very, very fine house. With 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard.
Now everything is easy because of us.
And today.
You're supposed to sing.
I do sometimes think, oh, if I can just be by myself again.
Yeah.
But then I'm by myself for a month in the summer, and then I'm like, oh, I want, you know, people back.
My last bit of advice is be true to yourself.
Best advice I have is just keep exploring the world, keep going, don't stop. Make this experience the first of what will be many.
advice I would give her is don't forget me and stay her. She's just a wonderful person. I want her to stay the same.
Of course, it's going to be very sad. I hope they can take the experiences, whether they're good or bad, and learn from them and, you know, do the most they can with their own lives.
Now they're definitely part of the family, and it's going to be hard to see them go, for sure.
You just can't imagine how much you love these kids. I wouldn't give up this experience for anything. Not anything.
Usually it's a lot of taking a few steps and they go around the corner a little farther through customs and we wave and they try not to look back, but they always do, and then everybody stands around trying to act really cool, but you cry all the way there. Yeah, it's sad. That's the only thing that I would say is probably the worst moment of hosting, is just when you have to give them back to their parents.
But I hate seeing these girls leave.
But you know, we actually end up crying once they go up the stairs and they're gone. That's usually when we cry.
I try not to, so.
So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel.